Look around you right now. Maybe there is a phone on your desk. Maybe there are two windows in your room. Maybe there's a cup of coffee next to you.
And without thinking about it, you just heard one of the most useful sentence patterns in English. There is and there are.
Today, we're going to make this grammar simple, natural, and easy to use when you speak.
Let's start with the basic difference.
We use there is when we talk about one thing.
For example, there is a book on the table.
One book, so we say there is.
Another example, there is a supermarket near my house.
One supermarket.
We also use there is with uncountable nouns.
For example, there is some water in the bottle.
Water is not normally counted as one water, two waters, so we use there is.
Now let's look at there are.
We use there are when we talk about two or more things.
There are 3 books on the table.
There are many people in the park.
There are 2 restaurants near my office.
So here is the easy rule.
One thing, there is.
2 or more things, there are.
Let's practice. I'll say the noun and you choose there is or there are.
1 dog.
There is 1 dog.
3 dogs.
There are 3 dogs.
Some milk.
There is some milk.
5 students.
There are 5 students.
Great! Now say these sentences aloud.
There is a chair by the window.
Your turn.
There are 4 chairs in the room.
Your turn.
There is some food in the kitchen.
And one more. There are a lot of cars outside.
Excellent. But in everyday spoken English, native speakers often make there is shorter.
And that's what we'll practice next.
In normal conversation, we usually contract there is to theirs.
Instead of saying there's a cafe across the street, you can say there's a cafe across the street.
There's a problem.
There's a meeting at 10.
There's some bread in the kitchen.
This contraction is very common and sounds natural in everyday speech.
But what about there are?
We normally say the full form, there are.
For example, there are 2 people waiting outside.
There are several shops near the station.
Now let's learn how to make negative sentences.
For one thing, use there is not.
In conversation, we usually say there isn't.
There isn't a bank near here.
There isn't any coffee left.
There aren't any seats available.
There aren't many people here today.
Notice something useful. In negative sentences, we often use any.
There isn't any milk.
There aren't any clean cups.
Let's practice positive and negative forms.
Positive, there is a bus stop near the hotel.
Negative, there isn't a bus stop near the hotel.
Positive, there are some restaurants nearby.
Negative, there aren't any restaurants nearby.
Very good.
Now, imagine you walk into an apartment for the first time.
You might say, there's a large living room.
There are 2 bedrooms.
There's a small balcony.
There isn't a dining room.
There aren't any chairs on the balcony.
That's real-life English. You can use these structures to describe your home, your office, a city, a hotel, a classroom, or almost any place.
But we also need to ask questions.
Exactly. Let's learn that next. To ask a question with there is, we change the word order.
There is a bathroom becomes, is there a bathroom?
Is there a supermarket near here?
Is there any water in the fridge?
To ask about 2 or more things, use are there.
Are there any restaurants near the hotel?
Are there 2 bathrooms in the apartment?
Are there many students in your class?
Now, let's look at short answers.
Question, is there a bank nearby?
Yes, there is.
Or, no, there isn't.
Question, is there a cafe around here?
Yes, there are.
Or, no, there aren't.
Notice that we don't usually answer, yes, there's.
Right. In a short answer, say yes, there is.
Let's practice some questions together.
Imagine you're checking into a hotel.
Ask, is there a gym?
Your turn.
Ask, is there free Wi-Fi?
Your turn.
Ask, are there any restaurants nearby?
Your turn.
Ask, are there any rooms available tonight?
Great.
Now let's make these questions more conversational.
You can say, excuse me, is there a restroom around here?
Or, are there any good places to eat nearby?
Is there a train station near the hotel?
Are there any buses to the city center?
These are extremely useful when you travel.
They're also useful at work.
Is there a meeting today?
Are there any updates?
Is there anything I need to prepare?
And at home.
Is there any coffee?
Are there any eggs in the fridge?
That may be one of the most important questions in the morning.
Definitely.
Next, let's look at a few common mistakes and learn how to sound more natural. Let's fix some common mistakes.
Mistake number 1, there is 2 cars outside.
We have 2 cars, so the correct sentence is, there are 2 cars outside.
Mistake number 2, there are a problem.
One problem means there is a problem.
Mistake number 3, is there any restaurants nearby?
Restaurants is plural, so ask, are there any restaurants nearby?
Mistake number 4, are there a bathroom?
Bathroom is singular, so say, is there a bathroom?
Here's another useful speaking point.
In casual conversation, you may sometimes hear people say there's before a plural noun.
For example, someone might say, there's 2 people outside.
You may hear it, but for clear and correct English, especially while you're learning, say there are 2 people outside.
That's a good habit.
Now let's do a quick review.
Complete the sentence before we give you the answer.
Blank, a computer on the desk.
There is a computer on the desk.
Blank, 3 pictures on the wall.
There are 3 pictures on the wall.
Blank, any milk in the fridge.
Is there any milk in the fridge?
Blank, any good restaurants near here.
Are there any good restaurants near here?
Blank, any people in the office today.
There aren't any people in the office today.
Excellent.
Here's your speaking challenge.
Look around the room you're in right now and make 5 sentences.
Use at least 2 sentences with there is, 2 with there are, and 1 negative sentence.
For example, there's a laptop on my desk.
There are 2 windows.
There isn't a television.
Then ask yourself 2 questions.
Is there a clock?
Are there any books?
Enthusiastic. Say everything aloud. Speaking practice is how grammar becomes automatic.
And now let's finish with a natural conversation using everything you've learned.
Emma, what do you think of your new apartment?
I really like it. There's a big living room and there are 2 bedrooms.
Nice. Is there a balcony?
Yes, there is. There's a small balcony next to the living room.
Are there any chairs on the balcony?
Not yet. There aren't any chairs there, but I want to buy 2.
Is there a good view?
Yes, there's a park across the street and there are lots of trees.
That sounds great. Are there any shops nearby?
Yes, there are. There's a supermarket about 5 minutes away and there are several cafes near the station.
Is there a gym in the building?
No, there isn't, but there's a gym around the corner.
What about public transportation? Are there any buses nearby?
Yes, there are 2 bus stops on my street and there's also a subway station about 10 minutes away.
That's convenient. Is there anything you don't like about the apartment?
Well, there isn't much storage space in the kitchen.
Oh, really? Are there enough cabinets?
Not really. There are only 3 small cabinets.
Haha, then maybe your first shopping trip should be for shelves.
Probably. But overall, I'm very happy with it.
Let's quickly notice what Emma used.
There's a big living room.
One thing.
There are 2 bedrooms.
More than one.
There aren't any chairs.
A plural negative sentence.
Is there a gym?
A singular question.
Are there any buses?
A plural question.
Once you understand these patterns, you can describe places and ask useful questions very easily.
Your final challenge is to describe your home, workplace, or favorite cafe using there is and there are.
Try to make 10 sentences and say them aloud.
If this lesson helped you, like the video and subscribe to FluentMindee for more simple English lessons that help you speak with confidence.
And write 1 sentence with there is and 1 sentence with there are in the comments.
Thanks for learning with FluentMindee.
See you in the next lesson.